RCKicks. On today's show, we finally get around to painting the body for the giveaway Hornet. I wanted to go into a bit more detail with this painting job. I've got a few people that have contacted me to say, oh, can you put more detail into the videos and exactly all the steps you do. So in this video, I'll go into a lot more of each individual step to painting this polycarbonate body. Now, for the people that have been out there painting bodies for ages, you might find this one is a little bit sucking eggs, but a lot of people have asked how I paint these bodies and that kind of thing. So I'll go through all the steps of what it takes. Now, the winner of this car has contacted me and he wants to do it in plain black, just like box art. So that's fine, that's cool, because that's kind of what I wanted to do. If it was mine, I'd probably do the box art as well for my sort of first Hornet. So going by what I've got here, this is everything that's needed to paint a body. So we've got obviously the body itself before it's been cut out. We've got the instruction manual because you need to know where the stickers are, and also this is a very easy paint job because it's just one colour all the way through, but to make sure you know exactly what areas to paint, because you don't just paint everything on all the cars. Also, it tells you all about the instructions of where the stickers are, which sticker goes where. That's another thing you need. Then you've got the driver. Not every car has a driver, obviously, but this one does. Again, I've got free reign to paint this how I like. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out as I go along, what kind of colour. Might do it box art the same. Then you need scissors. The scissors I use personally, just a nice sharp set of standard scissors and some curved scissors. These are excellent and also nice and small for getting into the areas. Sandpaper is another good thing. The paint, obviously, I normally use the standard Tamiya paint. There is a few other options if you like. Shop around for it because it is quite expensive for what it is. I found a place that does it for, what do I pay? I can't remember now. I think it's £6 each. But your price and mileage may vary depending on where you are. Some paintbrushes, obviously for painting the person. Stickers and window masks. And then I have masking tape, different types of masking tape for different kinds of thing. Just for covering massive areas, I use standard masking tape, nothing super special, dirt cheap for that. Then you have more precise tape to use. I have a thicker one and then a slightly thinner one. They're a higher grade than the standard masking tape you use around your house when you paint things. And then for doing the lines, the final edge that you're going to spray to, I use a line mask. These are excellent. I can highly recommend these. If you're going to have dead perfect lines, this is what I used on this car here, and you can see that you get really sharp lines on this. If I'm doing an edge, I'll do this with the edge, and then I will do this sitting on top of it. Or if I need to go wider, I would do that. So that would be my edge. Yeah. Bit of body cleaner, polycarbonate body cleaner from Tamiya. Great for any little mistakes or anything like that, or if you get a bit of overspray, then this stuff is excellent. It's expensive, but it works really well. From that, then for painting the men or anything like that, I use the standard Tamiya paints. And that, oh, and if you can, for cutting out the stickers, these little mats, these little cutting mats are fantastic. They also make it much safer when you're using a scalpel, because when you cut into it, it actually holds the blade in place. Whereas if you're using on a table or something else, or anything that's flat and smooth, it can slip more. Well, this actually goes into the mat, so it helps guide the blade better. So cutting out is much easier on these mats, and they're dirt cheap, so I highly recommend one of those. And obviously a scalpel for cutting out your stickers. Now I think that's pretty much everything you need to do a body. Bit of luck, obviously, that comes in handy too. So first things first, we need to do a rough cut of the body itself. So all I'll do is trim off this excess just to that line there, because I don't want to go in too deep early on, because you've got too much excess material hanging off all the time, and it gets in the way and it's annoying. So the first cut is to trim it back to that line. Then we'll do another cut after that. We'll take us much closer to the line, and then we do a final cut which is right on the line. So that's how I like to do it. Obviously, do it the way that you like. This is obviously the way that I do it. Doesn't mean it's perfectly right and my way's better than your way. I'm just showing you how I paint. Okay, so first things first, cutting this out. So all I'm doing now is my rough trim, just getting rid of the junk, just removing all of the junk around there so that it keeps it nice and open and easy to then go closer. I'll do the same with the spoiler. Next, we slow it down, go in much closer. That's my second cut all the way around. Next cut will be the final one to the lines. Now we slow it right down and we go in and we bring it right to the line. This is the most crucial part of the whole thing. Also, what I find is you got to be smooth with the scissors. Don't hack at it. Don't forget you can curve your scissors around. And if worst case scenario, if you just don't think you can get the curve correct, you can always go back afterwards with a bit of sandpaper. You can take stuff off, but you can't put it back on again. Simple. So there we go. It's quite an easy one to cut out. There's only a few little bits of a problem. Next, take the sandpaper and then go around and smooth out all the edges. This helps with cracking and things like that. It's always good to check it before you go painting it to make sure it all fits perfectly, because if you don't and you make a single mistake and you paint it, it's much harder to rectify it. I always find wings a little bit more tricky because of all the compound curves and the way the plastic is. It makes it much harder to get in there. But if you take your time, so there we have it, it's all cut out. Fits fine, no issues whatsoever. So I'm happy with that. And it's actually a very easy body to cut out. It's not that difficult at all. So it's a great starting body. If you've never done any of these before, this is probably a good place to start, and a great kit to start with as well. It's not super complicated to put together from a chassis point of view, but also the body's not super difficult. I think the only thing that's going to be slightly challenging is that these two up and over bars here are in silver, so that just takes a little bit of time. Now, you don't have to go to that much trouble. If you just sprayed it all black, it would still look fine. I'm actually going to do these silver, so you'll get to see how much extra work it is to do them, but trying to keep it box art. So next, we've got to scour down the body a little bit just to give the paint something to grip. And then after that, we'll mask off these two roll bars, and then we will paint them silver like box art. And then after that, we will blow the car in black. Let's go. Right, that's cutting them all out. Next thing is to put them into the car. Now this takes time. Don't rush it, because if you don't get them straight, it will show up later. So just go slow. So that's the window mask done. Again, on this kit, compared to others, pretty good. Next, I need to mask off the bars. So we'll use the window mask as the bottom section, and you just need to mask off this section here. Well, because of the detail in this video, it's running on a little bit long, so I'm going to chop it into multiple videos, but I just wanted to give you more detail. I'm getting a lot of people asking me more detail in the videos. So just for this series of the body being painted, I will do it in more detail, so it'll probably be split into 2 to 3 videos over the next few days. The project's finished, as you can see, but editing it up, it's taking, I don't really want to go past 15 minutes. So that's this video over, and I will see you on the next one, which will be very shortly. Thanks very much. Hope you like it. Please comment below and hit that bell, because I'm bringing out content all the time. Let me know what you think about the detail and having it like this instead of the normal way I do it, because I'm playing around with the formats and things like that. Anyway, thanks very much. See you on the next one.